Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Engaged and Divorced. Where I wear the rings. Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out these damn things.
I forgot I had the next line.
You took my line.
I know. I messed up the order and then I was confused.
We have one job on this podcast. Those lines have to be perfect.
I forgot to do the ring thing. Okay.
What's going to happen if I get a ring one day on this podcast?
Well, I'm not engaged anymore, so we're not very but
now you have
accurate.
2 rings.
Yeah, but it's still called engaged and divorced.
Yeah.
What if you get engaged?
It would be married and engaged. Just kidding. I don't.
No, it would never change.
Why are we talking about this? I'm not getting engaged. Ugh.
I know.
It's not happening. How are you all? I hope that you had a good week. How was your week, Kai?
Not too shabby, I must say. It's just been pretty chill.
Although this is the start of the week.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday.
I don't know the days of the week anymore, but going on my big travels in a couple days, so I'm excited. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We decided to have a secret Santa for our family.
Yeah.
Because, it gets expensive having to buy gifts for every single person in the family. So you're like, you know what? Let's just do this to where we'd only have to buy one gift.
Mm-hmm.
So we all signed up and put our names and stuff. Who did I get? Kylie. She knows because she's an organizer.
Yeah, but is anyone else going to watch this that's in our family?
Well, it doesn't matter. Does it matter if somebody knows that I got you?
Because, I was like, they'll narrow it down, but who cares? It's really not that secretive.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. Like, out of everybody, really?
I know who has you, but I won't tell you.
I know who you have, but I'm not going to tell anybody on the podcast.
Secrets.
For Secret Santa.
Here. It's a fidget.
Oh, shoot. I'm doing it again, huh?
That way you can,
What do you do?
Those are nice because you can just, play with it. You can put it, on your finger.
I don't like this feeling.
You don't like the way it feels? Do you want a fidget spinner?
This is a weird feeling.
I think I have some clay you can squish. You don't like the way it feels? I love the way that feels. It's so fun. I like how rough it is. It's just
very rough.
Yeah.
We're talking about, what are these called?
Fidgets.
Fidget things. Because I'm fidgeting already.
Yeah.
We just started. This is made out of paper clips.
It's
It's weird.
Yeah. They're fun. I can just I just sit and just play with them. Now I need to get another
Here, you
one.
play with this one.
What are you gonna play with? Not that.
My fingers.
My fingers. That's what I usually do. I'm usually
I'll play with my unicorn thingamajig. That's why I have this on here.
Okay. Anyway. Woo.
Nobody told us if they fidget or not.
Yeah. That was rude.
Just us?
Also, no one added us on Dimensional.
That's not true. People added me.
Where? Because it says you have 2 friends.
Well, I'm waiting. They're pending friend requests.
Okay. Well, nobody added me, so
today's episode is brought to you by Dimensional.
Except it's not.
It's an app that allows you to go deep. It's not sponsored because it's a brand new app, but we like it. So we're going to have a whole episode about it.
Yes. So download it today.
So it's called Dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you even find out about this app?
My friend.
She was the one who told me about it. Oh, was it your friend Megan that added me?
Yeah, she, her and I, so we survived quarantine together in college. Peak of the moment, March 2020. I'm talking. It was just me and her for 3 months. So we were just obsessed with all kinds of personality tests, all the BuzzFeed quizzes. So this is up our alley. Mm-hmm. And so I saw her share something and I was like, bro, that's it. That's the move. I'm getting it. So got the app.
And then Kylie was like, you have to get on this app.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I don't know that many people that really get into personality tests in my personal life. So
I don't either. I mean, really just you're probably the only one that would actually do it.
Yeah, they're just fun. So you learn about yourself, except I didn't actually read the information that much.
Okay, well,
I'm lazy.
That's great. You didn't read I read all of it, and I read all of yours.
Cool. Love it.
You know, I love talking about personality tests on this podcast because I feel like personality and like knowing your personality and knowing so much about yourself is so beneficial no matter what season of life you're in. Like whether you are married, in a relationship, or you're single, like no matter who you are, knowing yourself better and deeper is so key to so many things. Like, you know what your giftings are, you know what your strengths are. You could literally, somebody could just like grill you in the moment and be like, what are you great at and what are you terrible at? And you could list off
it's like a job interview.
Yeah, it's just it's so cool to be like so self-aware and to understand yourself at such a deep level. I love it. So
yeah, make personalities cool again, or personality tests cool again. All right, so should we jump on in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we gonna just kind of go through like the top these, or just like how we are similar, that kind of thing?
Well, we can talk about the overall experience. So you download the app.
Yeah.
You get on, you create a name for yourself, and then immediately they start asking you personality questions. I don't even remember what the first test was, but each test is about 8 minutes or so, like 7 to 8 minutes. There is one test that took like 25 minutes, I want to say. And I was like, I was doing this throughout the day yesterday. I had just downloaded the app yesterday morning, and throughout the day I was just like answering questions. Like whenever I had a free moment to spare, I would just answer some of the questions and then get off of the app and come back on and stuff. So like, I can't really say for sure how long it would take to answer all the questions. I'm really sad because I went through all of them, and I'm pretty sure you did too.
It took me like 3 days, but I would just kind of do it randomly.
Yeah. But once you get through it all, you're like, oh, I want to answer more.
I think it goes in the order of like your values. I think the values is the first one, and that's the one that's longer. And then you get the career, work, love, identity, and spirit.
Yeah. And then with each level where you're answering these questions, you get things unlocked. And then as you add friends, you can unlock additional features. So we want you guys to add us. Her name is Hey Kylie, HeyKiley. And I copied her. And I'm Shaylee.
What was that about?
Because I'm making it easy for everybody.
Just kidding.
So Kylie and I are pretty opposite on a lot of the things on here, which I was anticipating. It's interesting because some of the elements and things, patterns and things we are kind of similar on, but our overall archetypes of our personality are different. So my spirit is water.
Mine is fire.
Mine says, you're guided by your heart and your intuition. Nurturing and sensitive, you are in tune with your environment. And then you can like read more details if you want, but that's just like the first sentence.
And then fire is passionate, spontaneous, and assertive. Seek adventure, excitement, and inspiration. Can be volatile, angry, or lustful. So fire. I'm a fire sign.
I haven't seen an angry or lustful side of you, but
I know. I'm good at composing myself. Just kidding.
I guess I wouldn't see a lustful side of you anyway. So that'd be weird if I did.
True.
And then your identity is the Myers-Briggs personality test, if you have done that before. We've talked a lot about the Enneagram on this podcast, and if you've missed those episodes, go listen to those because we explain each number there. But the one personality test we haven't really talked about is the Myers-Briggs. And I love the Myers-Briggs. And Kylie thought her result was something else this whole time. And then she took this test and realized that was not the case.
I did it once when I was 15. So a lot can change in that time.
That was the last time you took it?
Yeah. And I just kind of stuck with that since. So
that makes a lot of sense.
I don't really pay attention to it. Like if someone asked me, I was like, I'm an ENFP. I'm not. But I think maybe I was. Like, because I think Myers-Briggs can change more than the Enneagram. Enneagram doesn't really change.
It's going to change from the time you're 15 to 25.
Exactly.
Like, of course you're going to change.
Yeah. So
that's normal.
I think like at one point I was more ENFP, but now I've changed. So now I'm ESTP.
Okay.
I'm never going to remember that. I'm going to have to look at this every time. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so you're the ESTP. What does that mean?
It says energetic and entertaining, thrill seekers, adaptable, dynamic, and practical, easygoing and comfortable in a variety of environments. And it's called the Cavalier.
Cool. Do you relate with it?
Yeah, when I was reading it, I was reading it and I was like, oh yeah, that's very true. With like being like having high energy and like being in different groups, like kind of feeling comfortable wherever I am. I think that goes well with it. They enjoy being stimulated.
And then they can tell you your negative sides as well, but you have to have like more friends to unlock that, don't you?
Yeah.
There are several like that where it's like learn more, invite friends, because they're like a baby app starting out. So
Yeah.
so adding us as a friend is really helpful to everyone.
I feel like this type also correlates with sevens because it says like seeking out intense environments where they can feel entertained and alive.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
she's talking about the Enneagram 7, which she is.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that try to combine the Myers-Briggs and the Enneagram together and like try to come up with like how many number sevens are this, how many are this, how many are this.
Yeah.
Myers-Briggs. And with the 4s that I am, my Myers-Briggs is like number 1 for 4s. So whenever I read the description of INFP, which is what I am, and the 4, they sound almost the same to me. Just like yours now just sounded just like the 7 to me.
Yeah, and I think that goes with like the feeling or the thinking. Like it's kind of like whatever one you're in. Mm-hmm. But what does yours say?
I'm the sentimentalist, INFP. Value-driven and idealistic, deep feelers who are sensitive to others' needs, strong sense of individualism, creative and sentimental.
Yeah, that sums it up. That sums up a 4.
As we're talking about this, I will include some screenshots of what we're talking about so you guys can see on the screen. But this is a kind of like a graph that shows how we differ in our identity portion of the test. So you can see here, I'm way over on the introverted spectrum. You're over on the extroverted. Actually, I would say we're not way over. I would feel like, I mean, obviously I'm introverted, obviously you're extroverted, but I feel like we both can kind of like merge into each other's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not on the total opposite ends, but it's.
No, but we're also away from the middle.
That's true.
We're on one side.
And then sensing versus intuitive. You're on the sensing side. I'm on the intuitive side.
Mm-hmm. But we're pretty close on that one.
Yeah, we're not far off on that. The next one, I'm all the way to feeling.
I'm like right in the middle.
Yeah, you're in the middle.
But I'm a little bit more on the thinking side.
Yeah. And then judging, perceiving, we're both like right there.
Yeah.
On perceiving.
Almost the same.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Which I think is like we see opposite on a lot of things, but I feel like with this part of like how we view the world, it's very similar.
Yeah. It's true. And we show our feelings in different ways too. Like, you know, you're obviously more like emotional, but like I still have feelings. They just like
a heartless, cruel.
They're just not like always expressed, but like, you know,
yeah,
it's just interesting to see like how they're different.
Yeah, for sure. So you could do this once you like add any friends. If you guys add us and we add you back, you can compare your results to ours and see like where we line up. And this is like a really great idea for like if you're in a relationship with somebody too and you're trying to get to know somebody better or something, like make them download this app before you go on a date with them.
Wow.
Would this work out?
That'd be intense.
I don't know. All right, moving on to the next section. You want to talk about love?
Love. So it's basically
love is far away.
So it finds your love archetype, but it's like the love languages test basically. So I always known that I am like quality time, but it's actually my second one has changed over the years. Like it kind of just depends on like what I need most in that time. For a while it was like touch, and now it's more words. Like I'm finding that words is actually like more meaningful to me now. So I don't know if it's just like now that I'm married or if it's like I've just kind of like that's what I need more of now. I don't know what it is, but it's changed.
I think love languages absolutely changes.
Yeah.
I mean, across the board, I've always been words of affirmation, but it also depends on your relationship that you're in and what the circumstances are. You were probably quality time for a long time because you and Basil had
I
like
still
a long
am.
distance.
That's still my number one, but my number two changes.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
But that was probably like more of a big deal than it is now.
Right.
Because you had a long distance relationship with Basil.
Yeah.
And you didn't always see each other. So when you saw each other, that quality time piece was like the most important.
For sure. It kind of just depends on your situation.
Mm-hmm. And my second is touch. And honestly, I was really surprised. Not really, because I've noticed it about myself in the last year. But I've never been a touchy person. We didn't really like hug each other a lot growing up and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Our
did.
dad is very huggy, but like we're not like a hugely like huggy family. Like Kylie and I don't hug most of the time, and when we do, it's awkward because our boobs get in the way. But I'm realizing now I love physical touch. So
This is so true. So it also gives you like a name, like a name for your love type, and mine is the Enigma. And it's just kind of funny because I always watch like rom-coms and I'm always like, that is so dumb. And that's basically what this says. It's like they don't overly idealize love and romance, whether because they're jaded or simply because they've developed a maturity to see past the overly romantic and simplistic ideas of Hollywood love. And so I just like see past it. But a lot of it is basically about like, I have to build a really strong relationship with someone to really get to know them. Like I like to have like intense relationships rather than just like, yeah, it's been pretty
like
good.
surface level.
Yeah. So I have to feel oneness with a partner,
Yeah.
but I don't need reassurance from a partner.
What?
That's what it says.
I'm literally the exact opposite of you when it comes to this. I'm the idealist, so that speaks for itself.
So you like the Hollywood movies?
It says the idealist desires the intimacy of a relationship and the playfulness of dating. They want support, validation, and time together with their significant other, but also want a relationship that feels exciting and fun. They're not
Wow.
afraid of commitment, but they need spontaneity and fantasy in a romance. A relationship that's full of sparks, spontaneity, and fantasy. So yes, I'm living in the rom-com.
Well, we actually have another snapshot of how we compare in this one too. And it's cool. It gives you like the whole description, but looks like we're both pretty interdependent, which means we want union in a relationship. That makes sense. You're more of a romantic idealist and I'm more of pragmatic. Yeah, entropic and centered.
Let's take turns. Let's talk
Okay.
about our bright spots of
I was
being in a
like, there's a lot.
relationship with you versus me.
Okay, so the bright spots of relationship with the Enigma. They need to feel oneness with a partner, but they're not likely to need too many vocal affirmations or confirmations of their love once they're in a relationship. True. They're
Really?
centered.
You agree with that?
Yeah, like I mean, I need it once in a while because I'm human, but like I can go without it. You don't
I
have
feel
to
like
tell
I
me you're
literally
cheating.
need it every day.
Well, it's your love language. It
Is
makes
that
sense.
bad? Like, I don't know. It makes me feel
No,
needy.
you just feel loved in that way.
But I do that for people I'm in a relationship with. Like, I'll give it back.
Yeah.
So I guess I like expect it kind of. I don't know.
No, but it's your love language. It makes sense. Like that's why there are love languages.
Yeah. And I feel like most people don't naturally do it. So I've had to communicate that. So
Yeah.
anyways, keep going.
They are centered enough not to need reassurance from a partner. However, since they also prefer a shared intertwined life, they can make even more entropic types feel reassured and safe in a relationship. And then they're likely to bring excitement and fun into a relationship because of their playful approach to love. So, and I feel like Basil and I are pretty similar with that too. So like
Yeah.
we're both kind of on the same page. We're both pretty centered. Where like I don't have to reassure him all the time. Like I like to, but like I don't think he needs it. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys also have like your love is at a mature state now because you've known each other for so long. Like
Yeah.
3 years, 4 years,
5 years,
whatever,
yeah.
5 years. So you're at a place now where you're comfortable and you've settled in.
Yeah.
But I have always noticed that about you. Like you've always been very independent on your own, with or without being in a relationship. Whereas for me, I feel like a romantic relationship takes up a big piece of like who I am because I'm such an idealistic romantic or whatever.
Yeah, when I was in relationships in the past, I was just kind of like, if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. Like, it was never like, I have to marry this person.
Yeah. I'm trying to have more of that approach now.
Yeah.
Just like, if it doesn't work out, it's fine. So it says they desire and need a lot from relationships, but are often actively in search of romance. Because of their romantic and playful natures, it's easy to tell when they're interested in someone and they're capable of making the first move, whether it's in the dating stage or when it comes to milestones. I've like always made first moves.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of vulnerability, independence, and allow themselves to truly open up to a partner, which in turn helps make it easier for partners to open up to them. They're likely to bring a spark of romance and fun to any relationship because of their playful approach to love. Didn't yours say that? Something about playful
we're
approach.
both playful.
We're both golden retrievers. They're willing and able to make the first move when it comes to relationship milestones, like saying I love you or moving in together. And they're more willing to compromise and find shared hobbies, goals, and aspirations because of their desire to blend various aspects of life. That's so true.
Huh.
Like I have my own stuff,
Yeah.
and I know my partner will have their own stuff, but I love to like find a middle ground where it's like, let's like each other's stuff.
Yeah. It's good to have those like things in common too.
Yeah.
That's good. That's pretty spot on for you.
Yeah, so is yours. Wow, this personality test is amazing.
This is just awesome.
You guys need to download it.
We need to be sponsored. Just kidding. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the challenges.
The challenges of being in love with us.
Yeah.
Or us loving people.
Is it people loving us or?
I think it's,
No.
being in love with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So mine says they have a specific type of partner in mind and also have a daring streak that can lead them to make impulse-driven decisions that can jeopardize their relationships. I've
What?
done that
Why are you
before.
laughing? Okay. How have you done that? No comment.
It's me. Hi. No problem. It's me. I don't do it anymore, but like, I don't know. Their practical approach to love can be misread as emotional distance.
Yes.
That's very true. While they don't mean to be emotionally cold, it can sometimes be difficult to be vulnerable around them. That's pretty true. Yeah. They may make most of their decisions based on logic, but are also driven by their impulses, which can be confusing for partners who are either more logical or more impulse driven. Because I do both.
Is that confusing for Basil? Because I feel like he's pretty impulsive, isn't he? Or is he more steady than you?
He's more impulsive, I would say.
Yeah. So is it a challenge with another impulsive person to be impulsive?
Not really.
I feel like
not
it's
to
a
me.
strength for you guys.
Yeah, not to me, because I don't need someone to be like, well, let's just take a look at the full picture. Like, I'm like, please stop. And then the last one says, though they're capable of making the first move, these people might need someone else to show intent for something serious and make plans, which can be challenging for some partners.
So you're telling me that you and I are the perfect match?
Wow. This is why we get along so well.
You need somebody who's vulnerable that'll make the first move.
Sister.
And I need somebody a little more practical to get me off my fantasy land.
This is why we have a podcast.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear yours.
You've done that too. Like ever since I started dating, every time I got excited about anyone, you're like, just wait. Don't get all excited about it.
Because he'd be like, he's just really sweet. And I'm like, give it a
He
couple
opened
weeks,
the
honey.
door for me. He's in love. Why am I this way?
I'm not being cold, okay? I promise.
Probably the sound of this podcast, it probably makes it sound like my whole identity is wrapped up in my romantic relationship. It's not at all that.
Yeah.
I just place a lot of value in that relationship, but like I still have a life outside of it.
Right.
I have kids too, so it's like I don't have all this endless time.
Yeah.
Their need to know and be involved in the ins and outs of their partner's life can make it difficult for the partner to maintain an independent life. Yeah, once again, I don't see that being an issue for me. I guess it would be if I was like in an unhealthy state where I felt like I needed to like pull in more, you know, like when you need more, then that would be a problem. But I don't know. I'm just really kind of hands off with that stuff. Do you need me to pick up something for you? It like landed on my knee. I felt it while I was talking.
I moved it.
Is it here? Is it this green thing?
I got it.
Okay.
I was trying to be nonchalant.
Because of their desire for excitement and their focus on playful fantasy-driven romances, they sometimes make impulse decisions that put their commitments in jeopardy and unsettle partners. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's go into work.
Let's go to work.
So all of these have like letters. They're actual personality tests, apparently.
Yeah, I never heard of this.
I don't know. It's weird. So you and I...
What's
it's funny.
yours?
I'm IS and you're SI. So...
Okay.
This is where I feel like I saw a lot of our similarities was through this test
Yeah.
specifically. So What's your
Oh my God.
what does the SI mean?
Okay, so SI types are exhibit steadiness.
What's your name?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to figure out how the sentence made sense. I'm the counselor.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm the harmonizer.
Oh, because you like to harmonize. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
My biggest traits is that so the S and I are steadiness and influence.
So this is the part of the test where I just feel like majorly called out.
Under which one?
Like I feel like I'm confident with a lot of aspects of my life, but all the stuff it's calling me out on under the work category, I'm like, yeah, I have a long way to go.
Like this one?
Just
Or-
all of it. Like
Oh.
this category is really big. There's a lot of different things to this, I feel like. But
Yeah.
the positive things is I'm trustworthy and comforting. People feel like they can talk to me, and like I'm empathetic and I connect with people and their feelings. But I avoid conflict and I'm indecisive, and out of fear of misstepping or offending other people. And so like things don't actually get done at all. And I have a harder time working collaboratively in a group than I do working by myself, which I guess is why I work by myself and it works out that way. But like sometimes I feel like I need to work with people though, because I feel like I need that dynamic in my life a little bit. Because like your coworker relationships are like a special one. I haven't had coworkers since I was like a teenager,
Oh yeah, that's true.
because I was a nanny before I was a mom and started doing YouTube. So I haven't really had coworkers ever. So this was an interesting part for me because it's like I don't know what I'd be like in a work environment, but this is basically telling me like everything that I know already, which is like I'm easy to talk to and I'm like the feeling person, so people can like speak to me and we can hang out. But like I suck at all things organization.
That's why you're the influencer.
But I suck at all things organization, and my real like in my life right now, like that's my biggest complaint with myself. It's just I'm a messy person. I'm unorganized. I'm scattered. I'm all over the place, and it's chaotic.
I'm a mess. I'm a liar. I don't know the
I'm
words.
a bitch.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
'Cause
So it
it's-
always calls me out because it's like, ouch.
But you weren't
Ouch.
fully on the scale of like self-directed. You still had some collaboration. So
Yeah,
that means that
that's
you
true.
can still like continue growing in that direction.
I think I get along great with other people. I just haven't really had the opportunity to like.
Yeah. Well, it's hard with
have
your
that.
job.
So, what's your summary? If you could summarize yourself, like I just
Well, I'm empathetic. I'm a socialite who always searches for collaboration, which is true because like even when I was just working at home for a couple months, I was like, I need coworkers, like I need friends,
Yeah.
and so that's part of the reason why I like my other job is that we just like to have fun, mess around, and that's that I need that. So even if we're not doing like a business model together, like I need people there, problem solver, and then I always develop genuine relationships at work, which I do, giving guidance and aid to peers and helping to solve problems and working closely with different people. On the opposite side, I don't do well with conflict, which I know. So if there's anything bad going on, I'm just kind of like shut down.
wow. So both of us are kind of similar in that way.
Yeah. Or I'll just like get out of the situation as fast as possible. Not being liked and not feeling secure in that. It's very true.
Oh, okay.
Especially at work. I feel like I need the most assurance at work for some reason, like just because I don't know, you spend so much time there and it's like if you don't feel that you're appreciated, it's like why am I here? So
Yeah.
that's definitely been like a big part of me, and competition too. Yeah, I don't do well with competition.
Really?
So yeah.
Okay.
Any negative emotion, I guess. It's just
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like some of our things were similar on like addressing conflict.
yeah.
Being in a restrictive environment for both of us, I think, is
Yeah.
an issue. Having to give others negative feedback and controlling them.
Yeah, mine says having to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's
I
like-
feel like maybe in work we're very similar. In
Maybe
that
we should
way.
just work together.
I guess I would say like your desire to be liked. I understand that, but mine's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's not a desire to be liked as much as it is a desire to like actually know the people I'm working with.
That makes
Like
sense.
if they're closed off to me and they're not willing to like go deep with me, I'm like, well, what's the point of
okay.
talking to you?
Even at work?
Probably.
Because at work, I'm just like, hey, what's cracking? Like, I literally say that.
I wish I could have like surface level relationships, but I think some of that comes from like my childhood trauma and insecurity
Yeah.
of like people talking about me behind my back who I thought were my friends. And so now my thing is like, how close are we really?
That makes sense.
Like, are you acting like you like me in front of my face, but then behind my back, you're like, I can't stand her. And so it's like, how close can we get with each other?
Okay.
If we know each other at a deep level, maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's different than me
Yeah.
for sure. But wow, fascinating.
Very fascinating.
This is just awesome. Guys, we're learning so much.
We're learning so much about each other, and you could learn about us with yourself too.
There's things to edit
Hopefully you guys are as interested in this test as we are. Hopefully you like this episode.
The real ones have stayed.
Yeah, the real ones have already added us.
Yeah. They're already doing their tests as we talk.
You guys are already doing it all. So with each of these categories that we were telling you about, they tell you how you are with like love, identity, and they tell you how it all lines up together. So there's really so much to read about yourself. It would take forever to read everything that's on this app. It's so detail oriented. I was really impressed because I can tell it's a newer app. I tagged them on my social media post and they actually responded and they were like, if you have any questions about the app, let us know. So I think they still have a pretty small following for the most part,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to grow. I think especially if they bring like a community aspect to it. I was telling Kylie last night, if they bring on some like message boards or something where you're able to really like chat with other people
That would be cool.
and meet people on
Make
it.
friends.
That'd be cool. You know, it turns into a friendship app, a dating app, maybe.
Go to your most toxic traits.
Oh, and then there's these things called, are these like snapshots or something? What are these called?
Yeah, they like basically they're called stories.
They're called stories. So they give you different things like your calling in life, your greatest strengths, your most toxic traits, you in a nutshell, your worst habits in love. Okay, so we're talking about our most toxic traits right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They know how to call you out.
Yeah, they really
Okay.
do.
Mine are one, thinking you're being assertive when you're actually just bossy. I don't know if I get bossy, but I've definitely seen that at some point. Taking the roast too far. I can do that.
You've done that to me. I'm like, stop, you're hurting my feeling.
And then taking it personally when other people want alone time. Times 100. That's
Really?
me. Yeah.
Are you like that with everybody though? Or like if you know the person well, you're not really.
I don't
Like if I was told you if I wanted to be by myself.
I would just be like, oh, I just wanted to hang out. Like, it's not like I'm like, they don't like me, but it's like, it's more so just like, darn it, the plans are ruined. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. So I guess it's like taking it personally without being like, they just don't want to be with me. Like, it's not like that. It's more so just like, crap, what am I going to do now? They left me. So,
Mom and I never watch things together, but when you text us and you're like, you
Oh my
guys want to watch
gosh.
something? You come over, we all get to come together. But I don't usually like watch TV and stuff like that, but you have a way of bringing people together.
when I was living there, I was always like, Mom, what are we watching tonight? I really got on her nerves.
She has her shows. Okay, my toxic traits are being jealous of people doing better than you. I hate this about myself. Ugh. Not paying your bills on time and then gaslighting the customer service people.
Oh my God. Wow. Not paying your bills on time?
Okay.
I'm not going to explain further.
No. I read that and I was like, geez, yeah, I would do that. Okay, judging everyone around you from your moral high horse.
What are you on? The
Toxic
same one?
traits.
Oh, oh, that second one is long. I get it.
Yeah.
Judging everyone around you.
On your moral high horse.
Mm.
I've definitely done that too. Wow. It's good when you know these things about yourself so you can make sure you don't do them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love my calling in life story. My calling in life, number 1, starting a community. And number 2, thinking outside the box.
Oh, that's cool.
I just really like that.
Mine is seeing minute details and seeing overlooked beauties.
Minute details.
Oh, yeah.
Saying a minute detail.
I don't know how to read. English sucks,
Yes, you
man.
do know how to read.
Anyway.
That's the app.
Wow.
I have a lot of editing to do on this episode
Yeah,
to condense,
good luck.
to condense this, but yeah, we wanted to review it because, like I said earlier, we want you guys to know yourselves on a deeper level,
Yes.
so that your relationship with yourself can become number 1. Then your relationship with others will soon flow from that.
So if you want to see what your results would be and how you compare to us, you can add us. We already told you our usernames. And
Tell
you
them
can-
again, just in case they forgot.
Okay, mine is Hey Kylie, HeyKiley. That's HeyKiley.
And mine is Hey Shaylee. I can't go as fast. HeyShaylee. That's HeyShaylee.
Yeah, your name is hard to spell fast.
Shaylee.
Wow.
Yours
All
is easy.
Kiley.
It's like Kiley.
Yeah, it's like bingo.
5 letters is really nice.
But you know what? Nobody spells it right, so.
That's true. It's more like Kyle.
Yeah. Or they'll just make random things up. They'll be like Kuylie. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not even kidding you. Every time I go to Starbucks, it's like I never know what name I'm getting.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even hard.
That's what I thought too.
But then our collective name when we're together anywhere is always Kaylee. She's Kaylee and I'm Kaylee.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
If you're like, hi, I'm Kylie, and I'm like, I'm Shaylee, they'll be like, well, Kaylee. And it's like, well, neither of us are named Kaylee.
Yeah.
But you just combine our names, and now we just have one collective name.
Yeah.
That's what we should name this podcast. Kaylee.
Kaylee. Well, thank you for listening.
Yes,
for those of
thanks
you
for
who
listening.
made it this far,
Oh, you guys are the best.
thank you.
If you made it this far, let us know.
Yeah.
We're going to personally shout you out next week's episode.
Heck yeah.
So let us know.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Next week we have a fun Christmas episode planned.
We do. So we'll see you then.
Woo. All right.
Woo.
I think you're going to like it
See, she's planning it.
based off of your
Kylie's
love.
Kylie's turning into the planner of this podcast because I suck.
I just get excited about like holidays and games and different things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
just
Goodbye.
All right. Bye, guys.